willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to Crash Landing with Light. Und die Zeit ist da. That's right. The time has come to build Power Station Omega. That's right. Tremble in fear. And those of you that are wondering which way we decided to go with the nether star we got from that wither, well, we hung it on the wall. That's right. It's just going to hang there and be the first nether star that we got in Crash Landing. No sense spending that. Particularly since, well, we got a couple more. That's right. I went and killed 4 more withers because, well, it's fun. And because we are making a nether star generator. It takes one of these 500 cards, some of these advanced processors. Yes, I've been working a lot on gathering the various resources necessary for this build. It's insane. I know. Because this is just the part that generates the power. What generates the nether stars? Well, we'll get to that. But first, we need to build this, because without this, we got nothing. Okay, there's that and that. This guy goes in the middle, and these guys go on the top. There we go. A nether star generator. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, in here, I've got the various division sigils that I got. Yeah. Though, I thought I had another dolly somewhere. Maybe it's over at the build site. That's right, build site. Okay, we should probably sleep first, because no sense building when there are mobs everywhere, even with a jetpack. That's just asking for trouble. Speaking of which, let's go for a ride. Ooh, a little too far. And up we go. Now, still need to keep an eye out for spiders and ghasts and whatnot, but the zombies, they can burn. Now let's see what we got in this chest. Tons of things! Oh, and that dolly I was looking for. I've got an extra nether star. We'll see what that's for later. Tons of futuristic armor plating and factory blocks to build with, because we need to build it out of something. Some glass such that we can see inside, and some glowstone nooks to keep things from spawning. You saw the 4 resonant energy cells. We're going to need a tesseract to get the power places, and conduit to get the power into the tesseract. Surprise, surprise, Steve's factory manager, and quite a few autonomous activators. This was not a cheap build by any stretch of the imagination. We also need to put this dolly to good use. I guess I picked that one up already. So apparently it's the one over here. It's hard to keep track of it. Oh, hello, little buddy. Smite. Oh, that is why I don't like fire aspect. Sets me on fire too. That's unfortunate. Look. Let's put that fire protection hat on. Maybe that'll help. But down here, you might have seen this elevator last time. It doesn't go up, it goes down into a secret wither skeleton killing chamber. Mwah! Let's get our water back up so our heat goes back down. Yeah, I had this down here for a while. I've got quite a few skulls in here. We've got Crane, who's been doing some work. Look at that. Skill level legend. Last time you saw him, he had lifesteal. Now he's got lifesteal, fiery, sharpness, smite. Well, he had beheading before. Or did he? I think that beheading might be in addition to his normal beheading skill. That's on top of him being a cleaver. And he's got luck. He's got so much stuff you can't even see it on the screen, how much stuff he's got. And he still has 3 more modifiers that I could throw onto him. He's amazing. And you see how little energy he's used? In that little bit of energy, I haven't recharged him yet. I got 15 wither skulls. But I bet you're going, but Light, 15 and 15 is 30. Well, normally you'd be right. But in the case of these barrels, I upgraded them and gave them the B space barrel upgrade. How that works is you take this tuning fork and you go kaboom on one of them and go kaboom on the other, and it causes quantum entanglement between them. So anything that goes into one is in the other. No matter where you move the barrels to, their inventory is synchronized. Now, you don't want to do that while they've already got stuff in them. Just get 2 empty barrels, put them together, and then start shoving stuff into them. And that means we can pick it up with this dolly, put it somewhere else, and it still has those skulls. Now, when using dollies, it does make you slow and mining fatigued, but you put them in a bag, they're no longer on you, and you're good to go. So this thing stabs the skeletons, the vacuum hopper picks up the stuff, puts them into the barrel or into a trash can that's hiding under there. When this gets low on power, comes over into the energetic infuser, charges back up, and gets shoved back inside. This Tesseract is here to get power from the power plant down here, and once we do Power Station Omega, it'll be amazing. Speaking of which, we should get to work, now that we've got those 2 things. So I'm thinking down here we should have a place for the output of our work today. So let's throw this on, throw our regular helmet back on. Enabled. And up we go. So we're going to need these guys most definitely. I know I made a manager block, but I didn't bring it over. Let's set this up, and then I will go get that and cut and be back. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take that out and that out. We're going to place these. Definitely right in there, here, here, and down. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and then we're going to get some barrels for the things this is going to generate. So, yellow hearts, nether stars, and division sigils. Book, book, book. There we go. Now, I really should get some bottles of water so I can use my jetpack and not be dehydrated. So, that's set up in here. I'm going to go grab that advanced manager thingy, and then I will be right back. And we're back. That was pretty quick. Let's throw some of this stuff away that we're not really gonna be needing. Let's put that away. Don't really need the milk, don't really need the bow. Okay, that should be good. And let's grab some of these things. Quite a bit of it we can throw into our bag of holding. Because we won't need more than a stack at a time of any given thing. Ooh, we do need the Tesseract though. Okay, and then we come in here, grab. And that should be everything. So first, we need to build up because we can't build it right on top of this. So let's get that out of the way. We're just going to build a rather fragile looking chicken-legged structure for the moment. And we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks, and then one more. Let's put on our jetpack to make the building easier. So yeah, we want to bring this across. That should be good. I haven't completely decided that I want these blocks for this, but for now they should do a good job. We'll see how it goes after this. I probably should have measured this to make sure it's the size I want. I think it is. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, this should work out. And the more I look at this yellow and orange monstrosity, the more I think it needs to be changed. So a future episode might be making Power Station Omega actually look nice. Because compared to the rest of the base, it is a bit of an eyesore. Is that good? That's good. So, as you've gathered from what I was saying, it is a Nether Star fueled setup, and as such, it also kind of needs to be a wither farm. So the part that I'm building here is going to be the floor for the wither killing chamber. Down below it will be the space for doing the actual reacting. So in here, and you probably don't need to watch me lay a bunch of blocks, so I will cut it here and be back in just a moment. And we're back. I built a central pillar of factory manager blocks such that we can get down to the barrels at the bottom, as well as these two platforms. So first, we're going to set up this stuff down the bottom. What we're going to need is a tesseract for the power to go into. Let's set up the power into that guy. Actually, first, let's set up what he's going to be. So let's make this guy Route 66, and that is Power Station Omega. And always on. Then we set up the power cables into it. Actually, let's make sure it's sending power. Be kind of embarrassing if it didn't. And then we're going to set up our batteries. Now, these batteries are not just for storage, they are also to assist in the throughput. The Nether Star generator generates boatloads of power. And okay, that's better. Apparently, the default was set to 2,000, but they can actually do 10,000. Whew. Because it would be real bad if they could only do 2,000. So they can pass through 10,000 at a time. The Nether Star generator makes slightly more than 40,000. So we're going to need all of them to be able to get the power to go through as fast as we need it to. Next up, we've got our Nether Star generator. But first, let's get rid of this block and replace it with some inventory cable. That way we can actually get to it with our machine. And then we place down some more power. Like so. And now we've got ourselves a massive power thingy. Just add Nether Star. So next up, we need to clear out a few more of these blocks. I totally forgot that we needed to do that. Over to this side. And We can either go over the top or from the side. Let's go from the side. Here's hoping I've got enough of these cables. Okay, so that's at least part of this done. Next up, let's use these factory blocks. Let's grab some more from the bag. And now we need to be able to tell when this is empty, because we only want to generate the power when we don't have any. We can turn off our jetpack for now. Just try not to jump off the thing. So we can use these comparators to tell when the batteries have anything in them. Because it doesn't turn off when it's completely drained, but it'll be drained enough for, you know, government work. And then we need to make a path of these blocks around to one of the sides. Let's go this way. I suppose we could do it down on the ground, but I like having this little pathway going around. Okay, so it needs to go one more. And a 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we need to carry the signal from all of them to all of them. So we use repeaters to do that. Nice and simple. So we put a little redstone. Repeat. I said repeat. Red, 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 red. Repeat. Red, 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 red. Repeat. Red, 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 red. And I realized I forgot another thing. Oh, always forget things. Let me double check that I did forget something. I've got the schematics over to the side here. Because I definitely know that I forgot a piston and some dust or sand. Yeah, this doesn't go here anyway. So I will go grab myself a piston and I'll be right back. Ooh, I need some water. Now, I will go and I will be right back. And we're back. Made myself a piston, grabbed some sand, and another repeater, because I realized we need a repeater here into a block. Redstone torch. Man, here I am forgetting everything. Redstone torch is super easy to get. I've got stuff laying around somewhere around here. Not there. Here. Really should have made a slightly more comprehensive list of the things I was going to need. Need the torch to invert this signal, because we want a pulse when this runs out. So we put this here. We grab these blocks, put this guy here, we repeat out of that into, into a piston with some sand on top. Come on. Oh, there's that there. You need to go somewhere else. Okay. Let's put that nook here. So, classic pulse, signal shortener. It turns on into a pulse. Then we're going to step it up into a redstone receiver. With a little bit of dust. Really? Going all heat strokey on me? Yep, this is not a good place to work. The heat is ridiculous, and if I want to use the jetpack, I can't drink. But this system pretty well set up, I'm fairly certain. When any of these, well, when all of them get down to too low, this shuts off. When this shuts off, this torch turns back on, which sends a pulse through this block into the redstone receiver saying, hey, we need more power! And then it generates more power. We'll work on the details of that last bit in a bit. Before we forget, though, let's put this guy down here, and let's double check that that receiver is being picked up. It is not. Okay, so this goes up and over. Ah, it is not connected vertically. See, this is why we debug things. Actually, I don't think that actually needs to go all the way out to the side. We can put this here, remove this guy, and put that back. Yeah, that should be better, because we do need this top area to be on the outside, but we don't need the other one. Check this guy. Receivers. There we go. We've got ourselves a redstone receiver. Boo-boo. Okay, so here, I bet you know what's going to happen. I just have that feeling. You've seen this part coming. You know exactly how it's going to go. We put this guy here, 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 and here for placing the soul sand. And then, apparently that trick does not work with this jetpack. Normally you can hold shift and spacebar and you won't go anywhere, but apparently this jetpack overrides it with the flying up into the sky. And here we are. We've got the soul sand, we've got the skulls. You need to place the skulls by hand, at least one of them. The block gates don't seem to like to put them down, so we're using autonomous activators. They're a friend, we know how they work. We're going to right click it. We want to input from the bottom because it's the easiest thing to do in Steve's Factory Manager. Now we're going to put our water back on because we are hot, we are hot, we are hot. And then we do the same thing on the other side. A 1, 2, 2, 3, a 4. This would generally be better if I had some like fire resistance armor. Wait, I've got potions. Why am I not drinking my potions? Moron. And back to business. Put these guys there and there. Doop, doop. And here. Doop, doop. And here. Doop, doop. The sun is going down, but we are all thirstified up. So if you leave it like this, it's not going to work. We only have a connection to this bottom one. So we need to not keep doing that. We need to fill this up and over, as well as behind the autonomous activators. And yes, I've got 2 of them. You only really need 1 for this to be a power station. However, I don't want it to just be a power station. I also want it to be a nether star farm. Because if you're gonna farm withers, you might as well farm nether stars as well. Sorry about that. Yeah, you might as well farm nether stars as well. That music was not from this game, it was from my schematic. Yeah. So, we've got this set up. It'll spawn 2 of them. You don't necessarily need to do it this way. You could spawn 1 and then shove it somewhere, or have something that lures it somewhere. But I figure I've got enough stuff to do both of these. I'll do them both. Then we just take a little bit of cutscene, and I build the rest of this up. And cut. And we're back. Done a bit of work. I did the programming. If you want to see what all of that does, I could do a tutorial on this later, but for the sake of the length of this episode, I'm not going to show you exactly what the program does. But suffice to say, when this sends a pulse, it spawns some withers. The withers die. These item valves, which I only made 6. I had to make 3 more. Ugh. So those item valves pick up anything that drops, and yeah. Oh, I did forget one little part of the program. The most important. That we need to take, we'll refine this later, but we need to take from, not those 2. One of these 3 barrels. We don't know which one yet. That's the refinement. We don't know which one will have nether stars, which will have division sigils, and which will have yellow hearts. But from one of those, and we need to shove that. Oh, right. I could just say nether stars. Book. Take just 1. Doesn't matter what type. And then shove that into the nether star generator. Because if we don't do this, we don't generate any power. And there we are. So we tie this all together, and now it's good to go. Whenever our redstone sends a pulse, it'll spawn the withers. That stuff will pick their stuff up when they're dead, and then in the process, it'll throw a nether star into the nether star generator. We also set this up down here such that we can safely activate it for the very first time. However, there is a key component that is still missing. Hopefully it's still in here. It is the first nether star. This whole thing doesn't work unless you've got something to prime the pump with. So let's close this door for now. We will put this nether star at eye level. Book. Now, if we push this button, it should take 8 of these 12 and 6 of these 15. Oh, we're really hot again. Okay, let's let that get back up. We'll talk for just a second, and then we'll turn it on, and that'll be the end of the episode. It might have gone long already. We've done a lot today. So what it's going to do, take 8 of these, 6 of those, spawn 2 withers, throw this nether star into the generator, and Bob's your uncle. Now you're probably asking yourself, you're leaving out one crucial detail of how this works. How are you killing the withers? They're totally boxed in. You're not stabbing them. You're not shooting them. They just gonna die of old age? Well, I suppose that might be a thing. But in this case, we don't have to wait that long. Now that we've got our water back up, we can have our jetpack so we can get a good view of the show. And cross your fingers. Book. And there they are. And there they go. Dying pretty darn quick. And you can see by the comparators that we've got power. And you might be asking yourself, well, what's killing them? Well, there's a reason we're this far away and why we built it so far up. That nether star generator is, on its own, incredibly dangerous. you put a nether star in there and it creates a 10-block ball of radiation. Enough radiation to kill the withers that you got the nether star from in the first place. That's amazing! Killed with their own product. Now, before too many things spawn, let's hop back down here. Close the door. And voila! 2 nether stars, 2 hearts. Oh, but no division sigils. They don't stack, so Steve's Factory Manager might not be handling them properly. Or they might not have dropped any, because I didn't kill them myself. They might not drop the sigils if they die of natural causes. That doesn't break my heart. I've already got a ton of them. I don't need to farm those as well. So, nether stars are plenty for me. This thing should be generating more power than we know what to do with. And we're going to be getting more and more of these nether stars. We need to wait a couple of minutes until the nether star generator is done generating to see how much power we've got. But I know it's plenty. This thing worked. They died. They didn't escape. So all in all, I call this one a win. But next episode, we're going to have to figure out what to do with all that energy. I'm sure you've got a couple of ideas. I got a couple myself. We'll see if they align in the next episode of Crash Landing with Light.